the music's playing.
Welcome back to CVM at Sunrise. So if you're just joining us, the month of October marks a new year for the Optimist International, and the movement has some new and exciting activities in place. And here to speak further about the optimism in the Caribbean is Calvin Hunter, the newly elected
governor.
Yes, governor for the Caribbean.
Yes.
You almost said governor.
I was going to. So I said general then governor. Yeah.
Yes.
Right. Welcome to.
Thank you very much, and an optimistic good morning to you both and to your viewers right across the world.
Yes. I somehow knew it would be something like that to brighten up the middle of the day.
Yes.
Just the name alone.
Yes,
so tell us a bit about the Optimist Club and the Optimist Movement.
Well, the Optimist Movement is a worldwide service organization. Our motto is Friend of Youth. And we, as optimists, we look at the positive side of things, and we work throughout the world to help our youths to have better lives. So I can just give you an idea of the kind of things we do. Optimists worldwide serve in excess of 6 million children annually. Multi-millions of US dollars goes into our service projects that we do throughout the world in our communities. Our mission is that optimists, by providing hope and positive vision, we bring out the best in our youth, in ourselves, and in our communities. That's really our vision. So we are here to make the world a better place, and we believe by working with our children and helping to shape their lives, that's a great way to start.
Okay. All right. Just help our viewers to understand the distinction. So you have the Optimist International.
Right.
You have Optimist Clubs.
Right.
Do you still have those in schools?
So let me give you a simple example.
Yes.
Optimist International, as I said, is a worldwide organization.
Right.
So we have now two arms of Optimist International. We have our adult clubs, which we have concentrations in the USA, in Canada, and in our Caribbean region, and in other parts of the world, including Africa. And then we have what we call our Junior Optimist International. That's our youth arm. And those clubs now are in our high schools and in our primary schools, and even at our lower level schools.
I didn't know they were in primary.
We are planting the seeds of optimism
from very early.
From very early, because that's where the children learn and form their ideas and start to develop more in life, really at that lower level. So what better way to do it than to have them form positive attitudes at the earliest level.
So give us an idea of what's planned for this new season.
Oh my, this new year is going to be awesome. So yesterday was our Optimist New Year.
Right.
So optimists right around the world celebrated, but in the Caribbean region, listen to this, in the Caribbean region, we had church services to launch our year.
Right.
Optimists in Antigua, in Anguilla, in Barbados, in Grand Cayman, and in Jamaica converged in worship at one church in all the islands. But it gets better. The Governor General of Jamaica, Sir Patrick Allen, and the Governor General of Antigua, Sir Rodney Williams, they both issued proclamations declaring October 1, 2017 to September 30, 2018 as a year of optimism in service to children, with the focus of children suffering from poverty, crime, and violence. So we had that great launch yesterday, and those are the activities which we are going to be pushing for the next year. And the focus now, and I must give kudos to our past governor, Dave Wilson. He did an excellent job last year when we started to look at what could we do in our Caribbean to make a huge difference.
Right.
And we started a conflict resolution program.
Yes.
That worked so well, where we had the awareness being raised not only in our clubs that are spread throughout the Caribbean, but also in the schools and in the communities. So for this year, we thought, what better way to continue that legacy than to structure it now in an anti-bullying campaign? Because anti-bullying is really wreaking havoc in our schools. There was a newspaper article here in Jamaica
weeks ago.
just 2 weeks ago, which gave some alarming statistics about children who suffer from bullying and the fact that the suicide rates have been increasing just because of that.
The suicide rates, the absenteeism rates.
Yes.
So we're talking about parents who can be brought before the law
Yeah.
for their children being absent from school. But
Yes.
these are parents who have paid up the school fees,
Yes.
provided the uniform, the
Yes.
books and everything, and in some cases dropped their children off at school. And then the child is missing from class,
Yeah,
sometimes
absolutely.
hiding on the school compound
Yes.
from bullies that are linked to
Yes.
adults in gangs
Yeah.
within the communities around the schools. So the issue of identifying that
Yes.
objective
Right.
to end bullying
Yes.
from the Optimist Club
Yeah.
is a critical one.
And we don't profess to be all conquering and that will end it. What our
Yeah.
endeavor is to try to bring awareness and to
Right.
reduce the effects of bullying. Because Dr. Maureen Sams-Vaughan, interestingly, she returned a couple of days ago from the Ending Violence Against Children launch in Washington, D.C. And the statistics out of that were alarming. It showed that 1.7 billion children worldwide were affected by crime and violence. And the children who are so affected...
1.7 billion is about 30%
Yeah.
of the global human
Yeah.
population.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And those children now, they perform less, they don't perform as well in school. They also have deviant behaviors because of the acts of violence that goes against them.
Right.
But what also was alarming was that in Jamaica here, take it a little closer to home, 1 in 3 children are affected by bullying. But you know what has happened? We have actually started to normalize bullying.
Started.
Yeah,
Started
we're
like
started to
that has
normalize
always
Started.
known, yeah.
And probably started is not meaning started
Right.
recently, it's
Oh.
relative.
Oh.
Yeah.
But bullying is the acts of aggression. It's shown in persons, in kids mainly, in what we're speaking about. It's shown by harmful words, by physical acts, and by psychological advances that you make
Yes.
on others.
Yeah.
And we see it sometimes, the name calling, the teasing, the fighting, and because we have kind of just socialized ourselves to make it seem as if that's okay,
Right.
we have let it slide. But no longer. What we're saying as optimists, we want to launch a Get Up, Stand Up campaign. And we want persons to know that bullying is not acceptable.
You
Right.
did your research before
So-
coming on the program. He knew once he drew about my
Yes, it was gonna work.
automatically
Yeah,
I am
man.
drawn
You
into
can't.
it.
Yes, and most of Jamaica. It was
That
it was a
was called
clever.
our DNA.
It absolutely
Very clever.
did. Very
Yeah.
clever.
But it also speaks to what we want to, because we're trying to reach the youth. So we have
Yeah.
to go with something that they can relate to. So it's doing their awareness, making them know that they can stand up for their rights and that the optimists are here to support them. We have club concentrated right throughout the region in these 5 islands, and we are ready to work. Dr. Sams-Vaughan actually is going to partner with us. We're going to actually partner as well with Samantha Chantrell, who is from Changemakers, the former CEO of the Digital Foundation.
Yes.
And we're going to do awesome things
Morning,
for our
Sam.
children in the Caribbean.
Right. So, when will we start seeing the actual elements of the campaign rolling out?
The beauty about it is that our optimists have been doing a lot of groundwork. And because we started with the conflict management program from last year,
Right.
we'll be going out in schools and in our communities starting this week. So we decided that how we are going to operate as optimists is that it's not a start and stop. It's not a change of a new administration, get out some of the things.
Like
and
what we're
it's
talking.
continuity. So what we want to have happen, when Governor Dave was coming in to the end of his year yesterday, I already started moving off. I have an excellent team of leaders. We have awesome optimists right throughout this Caribbean region, and we're ready to work.
Right.
We're ready to work.
What about social media and where we can see a lot more? I know the
Oh,
youth
yes.
are engaged a
Yes.
lot on social
Oh, certainly.
media.
We
Where can
have
follow your
we
campaign?
have our Facebook campaign that we will be launching. We have our Facebook or our Twitter handles OI Caribbean, and persons can also go to our website. O as in optimist, I as in Caribbean.
I as an international.
Just checking if you're listening.
I'm listening.
I
I'm
as in
listening,
international, Caribbean.org. And once you go on, you will see the programs that we're doing. You'll see the thing. I think our Facebook page is there up
Yes.
on our screen. So you will see the kind of work that we do. And we welcome persons to join our movement.
Right.
Absolutely.
We want persons to join our movement. And I'll tell you, it's about doing the work, but it's about having fun, and it's about personal development and growing yourself.
Yes.
So we welcome people to join. I'll share just a few tenets of our Optimist Creed that we live by. We say, promise yourself to be so strong that nothing can disturb your peace of mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Another tenet, to talk health, happiness, and prosperity to every person you meet. And yet another tenet, to look at the sunny side of everything and make your optimism come true.
That's what we do. The
yes,
last tenant, we do
yes.
it every morning
Yes.
here at CVM at sunrise. So we look at
Okay.
the sunny side of everything.
and make your optimism.
Well, we both
come
have a
true.
dear friend that whenever we see him, he says, "Thank you for being here this morning."
Nah.
That must be the optimist
No,
in him.
he's actually a
Yeah.
member of the
Yes,
Optimist.
thank you.
Oh, is
Yes,
he?
he
He
is.
is,
He
yes.
is. He is.
Yeah. but wouldn't it be the world be a better place?
Absolutely.
If we were
have
all
more-
optimists.
And it's,
Yeah,
it's if we were all-
but many people are optimists now. But
Tick.
the distinction that I want to make is that we want you to be a part of our optimist clubs.
Right.
All right.
Our theme for this year, actually, in the Caribbean, optimist clubs saving children.
Right.
And people might say, how do you save children? Are you in the medical field or anything like that? No, we save children by providing a shed, some form of protection, sports, healthcare, education, donation of time
Shed.
and finances and other resources.
We are up on the break.
Oh,
We
well.
are.
We're going to
We
be
are.
providing a shed to
Yes.
our viewers when
Yes.
we come back to the CVM at sunrise.
Awesome.
Yeah.